I'm gonna call this meeting to order. First order of business, pledge of allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Yes.
All right, I'm going to look for a motion to approve the regular session minutes of June the 6th.
So moved.
I'll second vote.
Yes.
Yes. Public comment period, anything at Brookside that we know of?
Yeah. No.
Hearing none. Worthington Hills.
Thank you guys for everything so far. For the parade, it's a little bit crazy, just not around. Especially this time of the year. So you're gonna be in the parade.
That's what I'm
You're in the parade. You're in the parade.
saying.
So, and I think and thank you very much for the grand marshals.
Oh, yeah,
I think we're stuck with the firemen and the officer.
yes, taken care of.
I just can't thank you enough. I mean, Carl especially, and Sergeant Conkle and everybody.
Carl Roberts is a great asset.
Yes.
Yeah, dude's a co-grand marshal. It's Officer Rue is our officer of the year for last year, and the firefighter of the year for Worthington, they're gonna be co-grand marshals.
Nice. Cool.
Yeah,
Epcot Ravello.
You want to talk about Rumpke?
Yes.
Okay.
We had, as you know, we had sent a survey out, township wide, and it came back with a lot of positive remarks. But we had lunch with the president over there at the HOA. And we found out that Epcot was having several issues with consistent pickups and skid marks on the new pavement and that sort of thing. We've also, Mary Ann Luke told me that they've been getting complaints about lack of consistent pickups out on Larkstone area, West Case, this sort of thing. It just all seemed to be in brand new areas or outlying areas. So Luke sent out another survey to Epcot and to Ravello. We're just starting to get things back from Ravello, but the comments were very consistent with what Ms. Malone had told us up at Epcot. So Chet and I had a video meeting with a couple of folks from Rumpke. They found that I went up and saw the skid marks. They've recommended the driver. They're putting some kind of geo-tracking in place so they will know, when that sort of thing happens.
How are they making skid marks?
Diane, you said
They're
it.
hitting the air brakes when they're coming to a stop before the truck is stopped, and it's locking up the duals.
Yeah. Right. So, again, we were talking to a gentleman down on West Case that he's been having several problems, as are his neighbors. Banbury wasn't picked up, the West Yard Waste wasn't picked up. So, I was contacted by one of Rumpke's route supervisors, and he said in these areas we're having issues, he will personally go out and make absolutely sure everything's been taken care of. We do think that part of the problem up at Epcot and Ravello is just the newness of it.
Yeah.
We went through that same process with Worthington Hills and Brookside, when we first started.
When did they start collecting up there?
Oh, boy, it's been
First
first of the
First of the
year,
year.
January 1st, yeah,
Oh, You would think that it would be in it at some
First of
sort of
this year?
campaign, but
yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. But I feel good in that the folks are higher ups at Rumpke are taking this seriously and working with us to
Yeah.
make things better. So, is there anything you needed to add to that?
No,
okay.
they residents down there really do love the township.
They absolutely love the township.
Good. Awesome.
Glowing remarks whenever we get the chance to talk to them, especially about these two over here in Mary. So.
Anything else at Ravello? Moving on to zoning.
Let's see, the zoning commission met to hear amendment number 158 RZ 2022. Their recommendation to the board is to approve that text amendment. So I would request a motion to receive the zoning commission board members' recommendation related to Perry Township zoning amendment number 158 RZ 22. And to set the public hearing date for July 6, 2022 at 6 p.m.
I will make that motion.
Second.
Vote,
Yes.
yes. Joe couldn't make it. Did he give you the update on fifth?
Yes, he asked me to just make mention that, even he had a handful of questions about the document.
Right.
related to the tip. But it should be on the July 6th agenda.
Yeah, we think we can get it. It's mostly a lot of wording, and just questions about, like, we weren't paying interest and they had interest in it and this, that, and other thing. So we sent it back. Joe's gonna send it back to Rob, so we should have something back in final form on Wednesday. And then that'll go out to everybody, and then hopefully we can have it through the 6th.
Beth, have you been in touch with Paul or Dion about the management of the?
Not yet. I was actually gonna reach out to Paul Weiss first.
Paul
but
Weiss.
He was on vacation, so he should be back by now.
Okay.
What's out of the zoning? Nothing else development wise, so we're down to the road department.
Under the new business, I have submitted a purchase request for 2 new leaf boxes for the small 550s. This was, I was gonna talk about it during the strategic planning meeting. I just wanted to get this started, because if we do want to go with this, I need to get them ordered, get on a schedule so they can get them built before leaf season. This is so we have the capability to run 2 crews. We have 2 large boxes, 1 small box that the top door is probably not safe to use during leaf season. The bottom door is starting to rust pretty good.
How old are those boxes that you have?
They've got to be
Pushing,
17, 18 years.
yeah. Okay.
I couldn't find when we originally purchased one. Yeah, I just wanted to get the process started. I meant to have pictures. I was having troubles getting them downloaded from my phone.
Yeah.
All right. You tried to repair these and
I've worked on repairing the top door on the old leaf box. The old small one. I've got a piece of wood. Plugging a hole on it, a rust hole. It's pretty far gone on it. We use it mainly now for chipping the door, top door we don't even put on anymore. Then, we need a 4th for the new F550.
just Gangway Products is just the one over.
Plain City, Gangway is in Plain City, Dinkmar is, yeah, and they're the ones that build our leaf machines. Our original leaf boxes came from a sister company at Gangway. They didn't make it through COVID. The sister company were down south. Gangway, I brought leaf box over to him. He measured it up, called in, got him, prices on how much he'd have to order. I would recommend taking it there because they're 20 minutes away from us.
So is this our first reading on this one?
This is our first reading. Yeah, I just wanted to get it started.
Okay.
So there's that much difference between pricing? I mean, it's almost, well, one's for 3. Right?
What's that?
Boxes. The Dinkmar has 3 leaf boxes,
I don't quite. It's the first 2 pages.
because he says it's like quantity, unless he's,
He's got one.
no,
quantity.
he's got 3. So he's got the 9x10, one at 8,500, and then he's got 2 of the 9x10, so a total of 3 boxes.
Yeah, the total, he gave us a price discount, 250 for if we did 2 boxes. The top ones, if we just did 1 box,
But Gingway is only showing 2 leaf boxes.
Yeah, that's all we need, the 2 small ones for now.
Oh,
We will need down the road to start looking at replacing our large leaf boxes,
so what's the final cost for Dink Farm?
16.5.
Oh, okay.
So it's the top portion of Bingmar is if you buy one, it's 8,500.
Yes,
If you buy 2, you get a discount of 250.
Got it. All right.
Yeah.
All right.
I think this is a total of 25.9 of everything.
Yeah.
The 900 was
Oh,
a,
this is 3 total right here.
Well, yeah, but I'm only asking for 2.
We
So
might-
it's either 16.5 or the Gingway, which is 13.5, and you're recommending Gingway?
I would recommend Gingway.
Okay. Well, that's not as bad as I was thinking, because I was looking at 25 and I was like,
Yeah.
no, that's palatable. Are you waiting for any other bids?
I don't know of any other local builders to get bids from on this one. Titan
you'd have to
makes
go
it,
get
but
them,
they're
right?
out of Massachusetts. I have to send, I think it was Massachusetts. I have to send them the specs and then hope everything comes back. the
Yeah.
Way we want it.
Well, I'm not, you got somebody to thank. I mean, I'm okay with approving this first reading if you guys are.
Gingway?
Gingway.
Mr. Chairman, I move to authorize, not to exceed $14,000 for the purchase of 2 leaf boxes painted, from Kingway Products, Inc. for the road department.
I'll second. Vote?
Yes.
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 Thank you. That's it for new business. Couple things under old business, the concrete. Spot repairs were completed last week. Decker came in. Tore them out in a week. 14,000. Tore them out, put them back in 1 week and dirt. It was done.
Yes.
Work looks great.
Is he happy?
Catch thing on, right by green, circle and green's all done.
It's done for now. We have to do a facing
The paving on that little cutout that got put in.
that got put in, yes. Yeah, it worked out great.
That's a wild do. I was pretty involved. I peeked my head in there.
It's,
That was a lot of brickwork.
it was a lot of brickwork. We had to do 3 sides on it.
Right,
Then the code,
right.
they still, we'll go back when we get them all. We still got 5 more that I want to get done this year. We'll face them, face up the brick mortar.
Oh, yeah, the new Plymouth property got taken care of, I know. Right, 100 feet.
It did, yes.
But it basically, so, when they put the seed down, will they ever come back again, the spot seeded, or
We can if it's needed.
if you can't?
We
Okay,
can, yeah.
okay, so we'll keep an eye on it. But residents should water that, right?
Residents should water, yes.
Okay, do they know to do that? Because I haven't seen anybody water it.
Probably not.
I know it's common sense, but. Yeah, whatever. Yeah.
No. On to the 4th of July events. I reached out to Clark Mosquito or Mosquito Control and requested, I don't know if the mosquitoes were bad up there this year, but I just requested a special event spray. And it's included in our contract.
Is it gonna be a closing parade?
Yeah,
Is it gonna be a closing parade?
it's gonna be the first one. With a different kind of mist this year though.
Well, I haven't been home, so I don't know if the mosquitoes have been bad or not, so, anyway.
Right,
Okay, anything else?
that's all I have.
All right. Let's see, fire and EMS.
Last meeting, it was requested how many runs we've had at Epcot, Romeo and Hughes. We got with Bethany and Day at Upper Arlington Fire, and put a report together. Thanks to Mary, it is in Dropbox for you to see. Long story short, total calls for service from April of 21 to May of this year, we had 16 total calls for service by Arlington Fire. And in the report that is in Dropbox has each address and what it was on. 1 or 2 of those calls, though, they were canceled en route, so, but they're still considered call for service because they left their garage. If you have any questions.
Thank you for putting that together.
Yeah, no problem.
I had, if you don't mind, I just have a couple things. Number one, we went over and Chuck and I went over to Wilmington Fire to meet the group that went up to the hills and care of that gas leak that was going up there. It's quite an impressive crew, I think. I'm very grateful for all the work that they put in and the response times. I truly do think that Wilmington Fire looks upon Perry Township as one of their own, and which is really neat to see. And I think that was the only thing I'll say.
That crew was up there for quite some time.
They were.
All day.
Mm.
There was multiple crews. Worthington, Washington Township was up there for a while.
Wow.
Yeah.
Columbus,
It was a big.
When was that?
gas.
Week before
Last Monday?
last.
Yeah.
Was it Monday? Because we saw them on Wednesday. Yeah.
Wow.
But I mean, the communication, I mean, we were getting, instead of having residents call in and say, hey, this is going on. Chief Zambito was contacting each and every one of us just in a heartbeat to make sure, and he kept us updated and in the loop throughout.
Yeah.
The other thing I did want to say is that their new assistant fire chief, Jen Cochran, is going to be here the second meeting of July to meet everybody. So I'll have her on the agenda.
Picked a good one.
Yes, they did.
Cool. Police,
Nothing to report.
you're lying in wait. It's not coming. I can feel it. Yeah. It's not, it's just been too quiet lately. Um,
I'm worried about
okay. That's appreciated.
Steve, hockey game. does
Madam
this
Administrator.
Fine. Well, first thing I guess that kind of dropped from my agenda, but as a civilian advisory board, I just wanted to update you folks that right now we have 7 people in different parts of the township or in business owners that want to be a part of this and that are committed to doing it. We will need 4 more people to fill the spots. 3 more people. So we've reached out to Brookside Civic as well as Worthington Civic to see if either of their presidents would like to participate in this. So hopefully by next meeting, I'll have resolution to appoint members to this board. And let's see, next. Let's say, I think that's probably going to be your executive session right there. So there's nothing new on the 161 Wentworth improvements. I did want to double check. I'd like to get this on the calendar, strategic planning I put out there for July 8th, 15th, or the 29th. They were all Fridays. Will you guys all be?
I'm good. After this weekend, I am here.
Or so good.
Okay, what time would you prefer, 8 or 9?
I'm good early as early you want to get.
8.
Yeah, 8 would be good.
All right, well, I'll get that on the schedule and we'll decide who gets to go first. I did want to, number one, I'm going to be working on the 2023 budget this week. Start getting that in place. I'll send it out, my draft, and you can suggest any tweaks you might need to have me made. I also want to let you know that we got confirmation from the state of Ohio that motor vehicles permissive tax that I submitted for has been approved. So that will start January 1st, 2023.
Oh. Hey, and to go back on road, one thing. So you met with Jim Rossi on Candlewood and gave him the draft
Yeah, I did.
on this, on the thing.
Yes.
Can you reach out to Jim? I know that we need a final draft and then the recommendations thing on that. So,
Jim Ramsey had emailed
Mark,
prior to, it was like a
Yeah.
month before this conversation we had
Yeah.
last week, told him what he wanted in his
right,
final draft. So there should have been no confusion.
all right.
I'll forward that
I'll
email
tell
along
Mark
to.
Okay.
I'll tell them that I need that right now. Yeah, we gotta get it closed now. So. Do we need any follow-up with Jim?
We do, when that final report's in, he's most likely gonna wanna come or zoom in to speak.
Okay. All right.
Just express his concerns.
Okay, all right. Fiscal officer, not here. I guess I'll move to for approval payroll and disbursements.
Second,
Vote,
Yes.
yes. And then we're gonna go into executive session. I move to recess into executive session pursuant to section 121, section 2, section B, section 8 of the Ohio Revised Code, for the purpose of considering confidential information related to negotiations with other political subdivisions respecting requests of economic development assistance, and such information is directly related to a request for economic development assistance that is to be provided or administered under sections 5709.73, 5709.75 of the Ohio Revised Code. The executive session is necessary to protect the possible investment of public funds to be made in connection with economic development project by roll call vote.
Mr. English.
Yes,
Mr. Cheney.
yes.
Mr. Ray.
Yes.
you two, I need you to stay.